Hello, welcome to another Looney Tunes review video. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to follow my journey to review all 1000 classic Looney Tunes shorts and give this video a like as well. So this is a review for We the Animal Squeak, released in 1941. It's the 336th in the series and it's directed by Clampett. You can find this on the Porky Pig 101 DVD set. It's in the public domain as well, and I've actually upscaled it to approximate the look of HD. And because it's in the public domain, I'll show you the full cartoon at the very end as well. But just for consistency's sake, I'll just give you a brief synopsis here as well. So, Porky is hosting a radio show where he has a guest, this cat, who ends up telling her story about how her kitten got kidnapped and how she managed to overcome the rats that had kidnapped her kitten. First up, you're going to hear the highlights of the original audio commentary I did with my good friends at WWII, who helped edit this, and my good friend Austin Kelly. The full thing is still available as it is a public domain short, but for consistency's sake I'll put it here as well. But then you're going to also hear some further thoughts from me, because there's a few things that I did miss the first time round. So, some popcorn and enjoy. And with me today are my good friends Austin Kelly and WWII. Say hi, guys.
Hiya.
I love that shot.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I'm noticing Clampett's just using these sort of photograph type backgrounds more and more, and it's just incredible. I mean, look at that.
I mean, I don't know if it's exactly a photograph, but it's definitely
there's Daffy.
Facsimile if it's one. Oh, there's Daffy. That's pretty cool.
Now, there is a joke here that would have gone past the censors, and this was something that that was done. It was done in such a way that I think most people would miss it. So you see here, she's meeting with, of course, this handsome catnip fella who's, I don't know if that's a weird gag with the catnip in his pocket, but anyway, then it shows that they had a kitten, and then they show that they're married. But it's like, no, we got to swap that, because at the time it's like, if you had a baby out of wedlock, it's obviously not a good thing. I'm pretty sure it's a Catholic joke, but anyway, it's something that most people probably miss out, and she's obviously happy with that. And of course, we all know, with Porky introducing another character, we all know that we're not going to see Porky again until the very end of the cartoon. But this cat is voiced by Berner, and I think she's just one of the great unsung voice actresses of the time. I wouldn't mind doing an actual profile on her. She was so great at what she did.
Oh, definitely.
So
she's the Mel Blanc of female voice actors, I think. Next to June Foray, of course.
Now, I want to point out here, when I was watching this, just to refresh my memory for the cartoon to do the commentary, with all them whispering, I honestly thought there was something wrong with my file, but no, the vocals are really, really low here, which emphasizes the gag that we'll see very shortly, and we'll see, of course, another appearance of this guy, Hitler.
Oh boy!
So, yeah, we're going to see a lot more of those over the next few commentaries. I mean, the last times we see Hitler, we see him in a gag in Bosco's Picture Show. We see him extremely briefly in She Was an Acrobat's Daughter, which Austin pointed out, and now we see him here.
But I think he might be a Blanc fan as well. Although I could be wrong.
I don't think so, but
I just love the Clampett cat. There's just something endearing about the design of such a cat. And you know what? I'm having flashbacks. I think I saw this one a long time ago.
I gotta say, not just with the design of the cat, I'm just loving the animation of the cat in this one. Look at her, she's just so desperate for a baby to come back, right? And not only that, when she's sort of had to give in and let the mice do their thing, just the despair, like, for a funny cartoon, it's got some amazing acting.
Oh yeah, no, I totally agree. Like throughout the entire cartoon as well, which is tough because it's 9 minutes, so which is also very long.
Just look at the joy in that mouse's face, but look at the despair in the cat. I mean, I should be laughing at some of this stuff, but instead I'm feeling sorry for this cat. So I don't know if Clampett may have gone too far in this cat's despair. Oh, Porky. Oh, I forgot this was a Porky short. Gee whiz.
Look at I don't know why they gave Porky pointy ears like that. That's so weird, but it works well. I kind of like it.
So a few things that I missed. So the voice of the cat, done by Sarah Berner, as mentioned in the track, is a parody of the voice of Molly from the radio show Fibber McGee and Molly, that whole brook that she does. So I was wondering why that voice was picked, but in this particular case, it's a deliberate choice. In fact, she even makes a reference from that show where she says, "Tain't funny, McRat."
"Tain't funny, McRat."
And that's a reference to the saying, "Tain't funny, McGee," from that same radio show. So the radio show here, it parodies a show called We the People. And this comes from a website, Old Time Radio, that also sells some of these recordings if you want to hear some of this stuff. But from their website, they described it as, it was a human interest collection of not-so-simple stories from simple people and not-so-simple people. The show featured real people telling an unusual and extraordinary true story in their own words, and later the stories were dramatized. Time magazine called We the People anybody's and everybody's soapbox, and even in the short you can see the soapbox kind of thing as well, because the whole short starts off with the hare telling its story, and then we hear the main attraction, which of course is Kansas City Kitty. Interesting name, and that appears to be a reference to the song Kitty from Kansas City by Rudy Valley, and that was even promoted via a Betty Boop Screen Songs short from 1931, and even had Rudy Valley in it. And looking at the title card, so I'm going backwards a little bit here, I'm jumping around a little bit unfortunately, but if you look very closely on the microphone, it says NBZ, and that appears to be a reference to the NBC radio network that was operating at the time. So when we see Porky's microphone, and for some reason part of it's broken, so I'm not sure that's just referring to Porky's show just being on the cheap side, but I don't know, nice little touch. But this short, as I mentioned in the original commentary, and I still stand by it, this contains some amazing animation, particularly of the cat. And sure enough, even in the beginning, I love the mouth animation as she's talking about a story, she's setting everything up. It's really good. And again, this sets up what Clampett would end up doing when he takes over the Takes Avery unit, who had, well, arguably better animators. I'm not saying animators in this team are terrible by any means, they were really, really good, but I think the Tex Avery team ended up executed Clampett's ideas a little bit more better. But again, there are no slouches in here. They still do great work, as we can see in the short. I wanted to elaborate just a little bit further that whole thing regarding the kitten being born and then getting married. That, I believe, would also have been a little, very subtle joke that pretty much only Clampett could seem to do at this time, where he tries to get around the whole Hays Code, because the Hays Code had very strict rules regarding on-screen marriages. It's a pretty good gag. It may go over the heads of a lot of people today, but at the time it would have given quite a few chuckles to the people actually watching this short.
Something happened that almost ruined my reputation as a mouse catcher.
Now later on, when we see all those rats and mice talking about the actual plan, we can see that on the map it says Rat McNally, and that's a reference to Rand McNally, which is a publishing company that at the time did maps. And you've even got the wonderful north-south there on the map, and it's like, wow, I don't think you would need to put the compass there, but anyway. It kind of reminds me of the maps that the Wile E. Coyote would end up doing later on anyway. So, but we even on the map get one of our earliest references to Hitler, but during the time of World War II, although the US had not entered the war yet. And Hitler had already been referenced, as I mentioned in the commentary, earlier on, but this is one of the earliest references during wartime. And yeah, not long after this, we'll be seeing him plenty. Now, one of the best deliveries here is Mel Blanc's delivery of, "That's Mida!"
Why? That's Mida!
And I guess that's why when the rat was talking earlier on, it was really, really quiet. I think it was just a way for Clampett to really emphasize that line from Mel Blanc. But if I'm being honest, that whole scene does take a little bit too long. The timing is definitely off. it's like, okay, we get it. You're plotting out, they're going to kidnap this kitten, but it definitely could have been trimmed by maybe, I don't know, 30 seconds or so. But look, Clampett's experimenting in this one, but yeah, it doesn't quite work. What does work is that wonderful gag where they've kidnapped the kitten, and then you see them trying to, of course, put the cat through the mouse hole, and you got that one mouse who just, no matter what he does, he always seems to miss that hole. And I just love the timing of when they close the door and just bangs into it, and it just continues on, and get one extra topper on top of that. So that's definitely a great gag here. Then we see, again, great animation of the cat in despair over this mouse going on about what he's going to do to the kitten, but again, that could easily have been trimmed. In fact, this is one of the longest Looney Tunes cartoons at 9 minutes and 5 seconds. It definitely could have been trimmed for better effect. Maybe he just wanted to play up the melodrama from what he saw in the gangster movies around the time or earlier on, I don't know. But we also then get a scene that goes on a bit too long with the mice humming and even one point singing Lola, that's the song. But, I don't know, it doesn't quite work for me because you got to see this cat, I feel sorry for the cat, she's in despair. And they got some nice animation, to be sure, but again, the scene just goes a little bit too long and the gags don't quite work, especially the unnecessary African stereotype gag, which, didn't need to be in there, but is what it is. What's really good timing is that while you have these previous scenes taking an awfully long time, what was really good is how the kitten got out of the bandages so quickly. If you freeze frame that, it's just a couple of drawings and bang, the kitten's free. I thought that was really good. And some have said that the ending gag doesn't quite work. I can sort of see where they're coming from, but I believe that's just a play on the fact that a lot of the stories told in the real life We the People show were just fabrications of things like something coming to life when it shouldn't have and things of that nature. In this particular case, it looks like, she just fabricated the whole thing. So, it's not exactly a strong ending, but hey, whatever. I still think it's pretty good. I mean, you even get reused animation from Pipe to Porky with getting all crazy this particular mouse, and then you hear Billy Fletcher, who had recently only come back after a bit of an absence from Warner Brothers cartoons. He's there. Now, in terms of score, look, this one is a very frustrating watch because there's so much good in this one. In fact, I urge people to watch it. In fact, you can watch it in a few moments. Once I finish this review, you can watch my upscaled copy. But in the end, it looks 6.5 out of 10, and the score is mostly towards the wonderful voice acting by Sarah Berner and Blanc too, in those few bits, and the animation, especially the acting over the cat. I think if you're studying animation, definitely have a look at the animation acting of this cat in this short. So that'll do it for this one. Thanks so much for watching, and now enjoy the cartoon. See ya.
We the animals, Squeak.
Thank you, Mr. Hare, for your hair-raising story. and now I will call on our guest star of the program, the Pussycat with an unusual tail. Ladies and gentlemen, the champion mouse catcher of the country, Kansas City Kitty.
Sure, and I'm a champion mouse catcher and have been all my life. Faith and bejabbers, even when I was a little tyke, I was feared by all the mice. Every last one of the little devils know the meaning of the name Kansas City Kitty. rapidly. Well, faith, not quite that rapidly. Ah, that's better. And then pretty soon I met Tom. Tom Collins by name. By and by, along came little Patrick. And then we were married. Oh, no, we were married. And then came little Patrick. Tom's business kept him away from home most of the time, so I continued on with my mouse catching. And then something happened that almost ruined my reputation as a mouse catcher. It was of a night time, and I'd laid down for a bit of the catnap with little Patrick by my side. Little did I know that inside the mouse hole those thieving little rats were hatching out the devil's own plan.
And then ipsilately category, see? Fortescue predatory right into the semifas platypus, not forgetting to apiceritan with the 40 gear presitory in addition to the ringatroid. Because of the danger of the absator to patera turritaditude, Fortescue predatory right into the semifas platypus, not forgetting to apiceritan with the 40 gear presitory in addition to the ringatroid. Because of the danger of the absator to patera turritaditude.
Why? That's murder!
What's all the hubbub, bub? Listen, Madame McCree. One false move out of you, and your kitten... And also, this. And furthermore, that.
I didn't know what in heaven's name to do. I was at their mercy.
La la la
What's cooking? Shrimp?
Tain't funny, McRat. And I showed those little devils that they couldn't harm kith nor kin of Kansas City Kitty.
Thank you, Mrs. Kitty. And as a token of our esteem, here's a present for you. Something we're sure that you'll like.
Well, faith and be jabbers, Mr. Porky. Now, if you want the thoughtful one... Oh! The mouse wants to take it away! Oh, help! Take it away! Help! Take it away!
Well, faith and be jabbers.